Going back to 2007 here, second year of Doug's Dirt Diary, Rolling Wheels Raceway. Nice early show here, May 6th. You can see how bundled up everybody is. It looks cool at Rolling Wheels Raceway. And this is just a kind of an overall bin. We've got a lot more photos with actual pictures of drivers, but every now and then I just like to do one like this where we just kind of look at what it was. Of course, whenever you got your day started at Rolling Wheels Raceway, if you were a racer, you had to go and see Gary and Donna Spade, just like at Canandaigua today out at Land of Legends. So there's Jessica Zemkin and myself. Sprint cars were there that day. See the old pit grandstand, there's the tower. That area right there, you could actually go out on right there if you were one of the VIPs and watch the race. Pretty good spot, actually, to watch the race. And of course, as always, we got there nice and early. And you can see what I mean. You know, I've talked about how Rolling Wheels today is probably going to have to be totally redone. And you can see there's rust on the grandstand in the pit area even then. So here on the front stretch, and you can tell by looking at the drier spots, it was going to be a dry day at Rolling Wheels Raceway. Of course, the racing surface was usually one of the tougher things there to get a handle on. Big 5/8 mile. See the pit road. They use that for the 200s. And just so you don't get the water truck confused and think maybe there's something else in there. Yes, there is water, and that would get a workout. They had a nice pond at Rolling Wheels in the infield, too, so it was always nice to have that there to be able to get the water that you needed. Shane Andrews, of course, announcing at Rolling Wheels Raceway at that time. He was I believe he was working still with Joe Murata at the time. And here's a little overall look. This would be, I remember where the pit concession stand was. This would be looking back towards the south. And the area like over here, there's some houses in there now. Danny Johnson checking out one of the sprint cars. So sprints, modifieds, and sportsmen, I believe, on this particular day at Rolling Wheels. This is looking towards the pit concession and the bathroom area. Back when they used to spray Pledge on the cars. I know a lot of guys remember that. Back when the tracks were usually heavy enough where you would have to do that, especially after hot laps. Pro stocks making their way back through. Of course, pizza logs. We miss our good friend Bob Cordova. Still see him at Wegmans. You can still pick him up there. Alan Peters, the car that's in the foreground. And this would be against the far wall on the west side looking south. That's where they always put the pro stocks. Louis Jackson from up in Hogansburg. Winner at Syracuse. Hope you're doing well, Louis. His son is racing. And, of course, the sprints were there. Always nice. Probably, I'm not sure if it's ESS or Patriots at this particular race, but the sprints were always a lot of fun at Rolling Wheels. Scared me a little bit because they were pretty fast out there back in the Rolling Wheels day. And with Jared Zimbardi there makes me think it's a Patriot Sprint Tour event. But, again, I don't know that for sure. I don't remember. There they are lining up, getting ready to get pushed out. Beautiful day, as you could tell, at Rolling Wheels Raceway. This would be from the top of the pit grandstand, looking out at the racetrack. See a little bit of dust already. This would be from the top of the grandstand, or maybe that area at the VIP side that I was telling you about that I showed you at the beginning. Might have been from over there, because that was a great place to get pictures. Boy, I got to take that water truck down the pit road, huh? See Gary Tompkins, the 4 teams over there. Dave Rauscher, of course, big show. He lives up to the nickname. So I like this just because there's stuff in the foreground, in the middle, and in the background. I always like those 3-layered shots like that. Shows you there's a lot going on. Look from up above. Obviously, this would be from the very roof, right as the announcer stand was, of course, was on top of where the VIP booths are, and that would be looking from over in there. Didn't announce there anymore, and didn't really miss it, to be honest with you. I was having so much fun with Doug's Dirt Diary. Here come the pro stocks. Always fun. That was back in the days when they would have At Syracuse, 70. I think they might have even gotten over 80 at times at Syracuse, but always a strong field when Rolling Wheels would run. And of course, I was able to sneak down, get a look on the racetrack. You can see that is a hard racing surface right there. I know a lot of us missed this place terribly. The nice thing with Rolling Wheels was every show was a big show, wasn't it? I think that's Alan Peters, but I'm not sure. To be honest with you, if you know, leave me a comment. Let me know. Joe Murata down there in Victory Lane, getting ready to do the interview. Always fun heading over to Rolling Wheels. Here come the sprints. Gary Tompkins looking over, going, would I drive one of those? And Brian Howland in the 51 is the car right there with him. So, sun was setting at this point. You can see from the angle, and of course, I used to have these little cheap $70 Walmart cameras. Not necessarily because of the cost, but more because I didn't have room. I'd have the digital recorder around my neck, batteries in all my pockets, a clipboard and everything. So a lot of times a camera that was, maybe 4 inches long by 3 inches wide was about all I could fit in my pocket. So, but again, these are just little teasers. We'll be going through a lot more of these here lately, or in the next little bit. But on a Sunday here, I figured I'd find a bunch of those and put them out. Again, sorry for those lines, in the sky part there. But again, if I focus it farther away, then the other stuff looks a little out of focus. So that's just the reality of what we're dealing with. So you guys take care of yourself. Subscribe, turn on notifications. If you want to hit the super thanks, please do so. PayPal.me/Doug Elkins Racing is how you can help. And I hope you guys are having a great week. And I've got some things set up, so hopefully we'll have lots of good stuff for you coming up here on the channel.